through Fox News and let the independents who are tuning into you, let them know what it is that she stands for, the principles behind her positions.
It used to be that new candidates were advised to brush up on the issues so they could handle questions from anyone, even tough questions. The idea behind that was that it prepared you also for actually governing. But now the advice to candidates is only to talk to sympathetic reporters.
We need to start now by electing strong leaders who aren't afraid to shake it up. We need strong, principled leaders, public servants who respect our Constitution.
We need clarity. We deserve answers, so we don't ask the same questions tomorrow.
Good night, Laura.
Like Kentucky, Colorado has a Senate race critical to deciding whether the Democrats can hang on to their majority. And like Kentucky, Alaska, and Nevada, the Republican nominee is a Tea Party favorite who defeated an establishment Republican in the GOP primary and now faces heat over his controversial statements and positions. Republican Ken Buck and Democrat Michael Bennet had a mini debate Sunday on Meet the Press, and Buck infuriated gay rights groups with this.
Do you believe that being gay is a choice?
I do.
And based on what?
Based on what?
Yeah, well, you believe that?
I guess you can choose who your partner is.
You don't think it's something that determined at birth?
I think that birth has an influence over, like alcoholism and some other things, but I think that basically you have a choice.
Ken Buck, the Tea Party favorite, the Republican nominee for the U.S. Senate running against the Democrat Michael Bennet, had this exchange with David Gregory.
You can choose who your partner is.
You don't think it's something that determined at birth?
I think that birth has an influence over, like alcoholism and some other things, but I think that basically you have a choice.
He was asked about homosexuality, and is that a choice, or is that something you're born with? And you heard what he had to say. The question to you, in a state like Colorado, is that going to hurt Buck, who's ahead in the polls right now, ahead of Michael Bennet?
I actually wasn't sure, so I made some calls today to colleagues and friends in Colorado. And here's the analysis, that everybody who is for Buck is for him, but independents and disgruntled Democrats who may have been holding back, actually this does help because it shows him for what he is, which is out of the mainstream on social issues, not somebody who's thoughtful. You have somebody who's never fought in a war, passing judgment on soldiers who are trying to serve their country honorably. This does not play well for him, and it shows why Michael Bennet needs to get elected.
The Tea Party American movement is going to grow. On November 3rd, November 2nd isn't the end of this. It's the beginning of this, the reawakening of America and understanding what our foundation is and how America was built and how it became prosperous and generous and safe. And now we need to build upon that.
Suppose Senator John Doe puts forth a constitutional amendment that would outlaw abortion, even in cases of rape or incest, and he asked you to attend the announcement and support him in that. Would you do it?
I would. Yes, a proposal like that, I would stand by it.
Let's be completely clear about the facts here. There is no place in the world and no time in history where restricting women's reproductive rights makes a people or a nation more free or more equal. These extreme positions on abortion are, without any question, a war on American girls and women, and the fact that there are women who are both complicit and participatory in it is really neither surprising nor unprecedented. It has always been true, and it is incredibly important that we recognize that despite the fact that we can be very proud of these women and as politicians, that the question is, how do women as citizens fare on the other side of them either being elected or not elected?